All right. There we go. We're back. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know why, but the camera decided to freeze up. Now I can stop hearing me on an echo, so I'll mute that. All right. So you guys obviously hear me, but the camera itself stopped. So now that you guys can actually see what I'm doing, so I'll repeat everything I basically said. What we're going to do is I'm going to have my instructions here on the table so that you can see them. And we're going to see if we can progress through this all in one night. That's our plan. May happen, may not, I don't know. I'm looking at the time, it's just after 11 o'clock for me. I do need to get up early for a few things, but take care of those when I need to. For now, I just want to see if I can smash this out. Usually, I don't like doing speed builds, but I want to see how this work turns out. When I actually built the, when I built my Tiger 2 model, I actually did build that in less than 2 hours. But I left it for a couple of weeks before I actually painted it. Put the tracks on and painted it. I don't plan to do that this time. I plan to actually start and finish this whole thing. So we're just unpacking everything. We're going to set it all out on the table so it's going to look like a mess. Probably should have taken all these out of their plastic coverings before the stream, but yeah, don't have everything. Sleep is overrated. Well, to be quite honest, Perth, I have not been getting much of it anyway. I mentioned this at the start of the stream. I had to go into hospital with my 4-year-old son. He had to have some surgery on his tonsils. So what they did is they shaved some of the tonsil off. They were enlarged and were actually restricting the amount of airflow that he was getting, especially while he was trying to sleep. So there were actually times when he was sleeping that he wasn't actually breathing. So he's had that operation. He had to stay overnight. I was the one who stayed overnight with him. And for the next several days, we basically got to administer painkillers to him, which he hates. He hates having medicine. Even the kid stuff that you basically put in a little plastic syringe thing and just squirt it in their mouth or whatever. He absolutely hates it. You literally got to restrain him just to get him to take it and then force him to swallow it. That's how bad it is. And yeah, it just means also in the middle of the night we got to get up and also administer the antibiotics as well. Well, not the antibiotics, the medicine, and that has to happen for the next couple of days. So it's not a case of we can even let it lapse for a day or something like that. Every 4 to 6 hours, like clockwork, he has to have it for at least the next 7 days, maybe 10. We're hoping, depending on how quickly he recovers, hoping it's only going to be 7. Oh, yes, it can be fun, mate. It can be fun. I took him to the library today, where he got to play with the... he loves playing with the marble run activities, where you actually build stuff and then put the marble in and watch it roll around. He loves playing with those. He plays with them at childcare. So they had one at the library just up the road from us, the public library, and so yeah, just as something to... I guess cheer him up and get him out of the house, because since he's been home, he's been kind of stuck in the house all the time. So yeah, did something to try and cheer him up a bit. All right, so start off with always the fun part of every tank model build is building the wheels. All right, so we want, what is this, C4E12? C4, C5. Let's see, 4, 5. Wondering what the E12 is. Or even the E. Okay, where are the E's? No, that's a B. A, E. Sounds like I'm about to get a visitor from my other half. One moment. Sleep. Go do it now. All right, folks. Wait until his teenage years and you start to wish for toddler days again. Well, considering I've spent 17 years teaching teenagers, I think I know what I'm in for. And on that note, guys, I'm actually going to go and administer medicine for my boy. So you will give me a moment. I'm going to put the screen on pause. Hopefully this won't take too long. And then we'll continue with this build. So bear with me while I go do that. Back out. Not good. So that its camera hasn't decided to freeze up. Nah, we're all good. Okay. Fortunately, I got a delay at my end, so took the opportunity to also grab me a drink while I was at it. All right. Now, I think I worked out what this is asking. So, what it's getting me to do is we've got the C4, which is this stencil here, and we also got E, where we got E1, these road wheels here, and E12, which is these ones here. So what we'll do, we'll make both sets. Not sure what the actual difference between the lots are, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Trying to look ahead now. But it wants us to make 10, so we'll start with the C4, C5s. 4. Okay, there you look. Take all out. 1, 2. It says to make 10. Make 10 sets. Six, 7. So obviously the E2, E12 and E1 make up the 10. So you got these, they'll make up how many? 7 of them. And then you got the other 3 wheels. Again, I've got to remember to keep the stencil over the actual desk so you guys can see what's going on. The wheels generally are always a lengthy bit of builds. Start with this slot first. Up a bit. Mind you, why tidy up the wheels? One, you generally never see them anyway, whether they're smooth or not. And two, the Russians never cared about perfection when it came to their T-34 tanks. It was a case of close enough is good enough. Get it out in the battlefield. It lasts as long as it lasts, and you come back and get another one straight off the factory. If it broke down or got knocked out, they just freaking said, "Nah, all right, everyone out. Let's go get another one. Get back into the battle." Disposable tanks they were. That's something I need to do. I can do it from here. And need to change the category. There we go. But for the purpose of being consistent with all my models, quality over quantity, we will worry about finer details. Right. Now, it's something I'm interested to know. Well, take note of. Oh no, these are the actual caps. So disregard what I was about to say. Say something about when these polycaps are actually being used, but those are the polycaps. They're just not dumb. Usually polycaps, you actually have to put it inside one, then glue it on, and then when you put it on, they'll just work like that. But not these ones. The polycaps are actually the hub that holds it on. And And to answer your early question, Perth, I'm well aware what the teenage years are going to be like. I already do miss the younger days of both my kids when they were small children. I mean, it's good to have kids that you don't have to tend to their every single need all the time. Like for my daughter, if she says she's hungry, I say, okay, well, there's the bread, there's the spread. You know how to make a sandwich. Off you go. Even though she's 10, but there are things that I don't need to basically hold a hand for. So if she needs to go to the toilet, she just goes to the toilet. I don't need to help her out in that department, thank goodness. And my boy's slowly getting there. We've now got him actually aiming for a ping pong ball in the toilet these days instead of having to put his little toilet seat on and just to do number ones. So he now is standing, so it won't be too long before he'll be yeah, he'll be taking care of himself. You can just piss behind a tree or a friggin' wall or something. All right, we'll do the rest of these in a sec. We're going to put these together first. So, need to find groove. So, dry fitter first. Right. One. Two. Sit right, otherwise wonky and one.
I'll just have a cup of coffee.
Beer it is.
No, I said coffee.
Beer.
Cough-e.
B
in order to get my son to go back to sleep. I'd try and give him a bribe for tomorrow. So we'll take him to do one of his favourite activities if he actually goes to sleep. So, as per usual, we had to wake him up just to give him his medicine. As soon as he, wasn't so much the problem of waking him up, but as soon as he saw the medicine, and alarms went. So we had to, already he was laying down, so it was easy to restrain him while he was in his bed, give him his medicine, and then I had to calm him down, tell him to go back to sleep. Told him we'll go back to the library and he can go play with the marble runs again if he goes to sleep. And he sort of calmed down after that. All right, now we'll start with the drive sprockets. So this time we do need to get one of the polycaps, so that's these two here. 1, 2. C7, C8. Right here. 8, 7. There he goes. Again, aren't I? Floor of holding it where you guys can see, no matter where I put the bloody camera. I'm at the point where I need to actually put the camera like on my forehead, where you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. That. Tap in. So. Right. That goes in this and like it. Switch on. Go and just for added strength, we'll actually glue each of these. You know what the other best bit about this model kit is, folks? I don't need to use fucking super glue tonight. Might actually keep some of the skin back on my fingers. Woo! Just remember to take the camera off forehead when you go for a dunny run. No dramas. Oh, I generally don't look at where I'm pissing anyway. Just freaking down the fly and usually look up in the air. Oh, what's that up there? Who needs to see where we're pissing? Isn't that like the Naked Gun freaking scene where he's got the microphone still on his jacket and he goes to the toilet and he's freaking singing along? Oh, you can hear it all running in the background. I need to watch those again, the good old Naked Gun series. Fucking good movies. We couldn't get away with that kind of shit anymore these days. If you tried putting a movie like that out nowadays, oh, I don't think it'd even make it to air without freaking everybody having a whinge about it. All right, the wheel idler. 3 and 6. 3, There's 3 and 6. Can you imagine a modern version of Ace Ventura flying high? Uh, no, I don't think I could. I don't think it would take off, especially considering the trouble that Jim Carrey's had of late. I don't think it would make it very far. Let's clear those cobwebs sometime. Just had tier 10 battle and top 2 heavies just camped in the back. They cry for help when they actually fight. Bush. Yeah, that sounds very much like the ASIA1 server we're now trying to get accustomed to, Brass. The freaking heavies hiding at the back, or the mediums that hide at the back and don't actually provide any vision for the rest of the team. Then they wonder when the enemy managed to creep up right in front of them. Not only one, but like 3 or 4 different tanks, and overrun that flank. That, and also the whole freaking lemming train. 2/3 of the team go one direction. You might have 1 or 2 people go around the other side of the map just to make sure that there's someone there. Then when you find the enemy muster over that side of the freaking map, and nobody's there to stop them, goes to shit. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some freaking 49%er. I'm not worth listening to when it comes to the World of Tanks Asia community. Unless I got like freaking blue or purple stats, and nobody's going to listen to what I have to say. I'm now at the point when people freaking say, fall back, stop your advance. My response is, no, get fucked. I had one yesterday. It was on Overlord, and I was being told by some bloody 103 who was sitting right at the very back, telling me to fall back, just so he could get shots at the enemy team. And my response was, shut the fuck up. Because I was holding, I was in the E75, and I was holding back a T10 and a Indian Panzer around that corner. So every time they stuck their head around, I put a shot into them. But because I was depriving him of having shots, I was like, oh, fall back. No, fucked. Instead of hiding at the back and waiting for shots to come to you, you bloody get out from your hidey hole. Oh, what was the other one? The other one yesterday was a someone, and this was on Fisherman's Bay, I think it was. You know, when you go on, when you are starting on the south side, and you have those that go across near the water's edge, where the heavies usually go, and you have the TDs that like to go right in the bottom corner and wait for those to appear at the other end so they can try and snipe them. Well, we had some. I had a T30 who decided to go in that very back corner. I was the only heavy that went up that side of the map. Everyone else ventured the other side, and I was holding there a. It was a Yag Tiger. And an E50 and another heavy tank. I can't remember which one it was. And I was holding them there. for a bit, till eventually they grew their brave pills and decided to come around and advance on me from two different directions. And did this guy come and help? No. As soon as I got overwhelmed and destroyed in the end, he decided to run back towards base. But you gutless little prick. I think I ended up still doing more damage than him, that battle, but... Look at my shot! Yep, pretty much. You need to lick more nuts. Yeah, nah. I ain't kissing ass in water tanks. Bear with me. I just had a thought and then I lost it. Sad thing was there were two tier 10s versus one tier 10 in the tier 8. Yeah. You're not the boss of me. I know. I think we've already discussed it before on stream. I just can't handle the Hong Kong game style. Just cannot handle it. It will never change. Guarantee you, it will never change. And unfortunately, it's also the mostly players from a certain place that I cannot specify how they play. I don't want to sound racist or anything like that. I'm not going to single them out. I think everyone here knows what I'm talking about. Certain nationality. I'm not going to single them out. I'm not going to mention them on stream. Even if someone types it in chat, I'm not going to say whether they're right or not. Funny, I send a ticket in to them. They actually email me asking my thoughts of how they handled the ticket. Don't think they asked me again. I'm surprised there's even someone in the office that actually would send that email. Because remember, they dismissed all the moderators. I don't know why they did that. Kind of seems a bit strange. They those who volunteered their time to moderate the general chat in Water Tanks, they say thanks for your service. No longer required. See you later. And you see some of the stuff that gets waffled in the general chat in Water Tanks. They definitely need some sort of moderation now. I mean, just gone berserk sometimes. They know that nobody's there to monitor it, so they just go free reign. Freaking racial slurs here and there, singling out people. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before the CCs are next on the chopping block. I'm certainly glad that I didn't get the appointed as a CC when I applied for it. I don't think I'd be even considered now if I did apply for it, considering the things I say lately. It seems I got the impression they have new team to handle it. Yeah, well, nothing has been really communicated as far as I'm aware. So who knows? Maybe there has been, maybe not. Guess we'll find out. Hang on, what do we got? 1, 2. Let's see if we got enough for these bloody wheels. 6, 7. These are the same. They have to be. Have to be the same. Not quite done yet, folks. Nearly done with the wheels. Then we can actually start putting the thing together. I think right now, Water Tanks is kind of in damage control right now. They know that the numbers are dwindling. They can't seem to get new players to stay in the game. So they're now in damage control to try and, in a way, make sure that they're going to make a profit. I think that's partly why they've stopped certain things like the ANZ PL and the Japanese Premier League. That's why they've shut down Hong Kong and ANZ so they can put it all on one server again. They made it a cloud server rather than just a standard server like it used to be. Always a cutting costs now. So what I'm actually curious to know is, are we going to be getting any actual new content anytime soon? Because if they're going to start cutting things, that means they're also going to start cutting the development team, the ones that are developing new vehicles, new tech trees, like whole nations or something like that. Funny how they did this just as they launched the British wheels. So I don't remember if there was any talk of any other tech tree lines coming, Water Tanks, but I'll be surprised if there are any coming anytime soon. I mean, there are certainly tech trees that I would like to see introduced to the game. There's certainly tanks that I want for the current nations I want to see introduced to the game. Whether they actually are, well, hell. But certainly another new nation would be nice as well. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to see introduced into Water Tanks sometime in the future, whether it be the near future or the long-term future? All right, wheels are made. So now, before I actually put the on, all right, we need this piece here. Oh, A one, which is this. Now it says not to cement. So, I'm going to put that there. And we're going to have to get my screwdriver out so we can put the bolt, screw and bolt in. All right, we need 2, which is this. At the back. A25. M. I mean, I'll cop all sorts of shit for saying this, but I'll say it. One tech tree I'd like to see in Quarter Tanks is a Israeli one. They may not get as far as, say, the Macavers, considering they are a more advanced vehicle, kind of like the Abrams. But even if they got to, say, Mark 1 Macaver tank, I'd be happy with that. But you can modify the vehicles that are currently in the tech tree, like, for example, some of the Sherman tanks that the Israelis modified into the Mac 51s. Sure, there's plenty of blueprint tanks that Wargaming can conjure up and include as part of a whole tech tree line. All right, that's going to go on like so. Add some. I'd be careful doing that because every time I do it, I seem to always get a bit of glue that comes out, and then I end up with a fingerprint where the glue sits. Good. All right. Now we need to put wheels in here. Get in there. All right. Trim. They did also customize all of the French tanks. They basically anything the Israelis got their hands on, they customized for what they needed them for. So the Sherman tanks, the British Centurion tanks, the French tanks, they customized a lot of stuff, which is why you could easily, I reckon, put together a whole tech tree line just for the Israelis until you start getting to the actual Israeli designed vehicles. And you basically just have it, just like the Italian line that they originally put in, just one straight line. That's all you need. You don't need them to branch off like a light tank or anything like that. Just straight out medium tanks. And yeah, there's a whole new line that people can play. You can have a whole new advantage to that lineup. I mean, it may not offer something different like for example, the Italians where they have the different auto loading system, or some of the new Americans with the tracks that they put on. Where they're double tracked, so that if you knock out one track, you still got another track on there to maneuver and everything. So there's all sorts of things you could do. All right. So we need the drive sprocket. This. There. Yeah. One. One. Is that what that is? That. So this actually wasn't a barrel like I was originally thinking. Actually is a drive shaft. That. That actually goes in there. So, of course, this is holding that drive shaft in place. So, need to do that fingers around it somehow. Get the nut on first. Play ball. Piss me off, aren't you? Wanted to bloody well go on a couple of threads. So, do is, yep, let it sit like that. Need find my screwdriver. Away here in the drawer, so fish it out. This screwdriver I actually got from they did one of those news agency collector kits years back. One for the where you got to build the actual scale size Millennium Falcon that they used when they made A New Hope. And part of that kit was you got the screwdriver to put the thing together. So that's what I'm using here. I never actually completed the full kit. I think I made the cockpit. That's about as far as I got. When I actually calculated how much the whole thing was going to cost to complete the series, I thought, forget that. I could probably build the model for a lot cheaper than getting the magazines to go with it and fucking building that. Yeah, I pissed that off pretty quick. All right. Now what we need to do is same, I believe. Are they? Some of them are, some of them are. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure I use the right ones. 4, 5. 6. These are just rubber, by the way. All right. The wheel. Polycap. 1. What are these wheels for, I wonder? Road wheel B. Use B5 in case of road wheel B. Just okay. Probably didn't need to build these 4 road wheels, but we have anyway. And besides, it just means we can easily take these off and the road wheels on if we want to. Got one side, then we'll do the idler wheel. See, just had a tier 10 battle, did 4k damage, took team from 8 tanks into 4, still got us into a winning position, got 0 kills, still finished middle of team per runes, yet a mid that did nothing, just snipe. Was top player, yep. That sounds about right, Russ. Bit hard for lower tiers. What do you mean, Perth? You're talking about the well, we're talking about these rally tanks for lower tiers. I still think you can manage it. I'll be honest, I can't think of what I'd put as a lower tier tank for Israel. Tier 1, tier 2. But sure there is something out there that could be put in. Which one do these B4? I guess what I'm getting at, I understand that Perth, but let me think on that one. I'm sure I could put something together. I'm sure there were some lower tier vehicles, like say, just like say for example, Finland may have used the BT5 as their original tank. You could have something along those lines as well. But just because they didn't exist in until 1946, it doesn't mean they couldn't have had something that was used prior to it. Yeah, they could also find some bullshit paper tanks as well, especially for lower tiers. And to be honest, I don't think anybody would give a shit too. Wargaming already War Thunder already have an Israel Tech Tree brass because I've played a few of the vehicles on it. But the difference between War Thunder and Water Tanks is how with Water Tanks you basically start from tier 1 to tier 2, tier 3, so forth. How the Israeli tech tree works on War Thunder is they start as a tier 3. Their tiers are different to ours for a start. They start already as a tier 3 with the Mach 3, which is the variant of the Sherman. And then they go from there until you get to the Merkava Mark 4. And I actually do enjoy playing I bought the Merkava Premium vehicle when that got released. It may not be the best vehicle going around, but I very much enjoy driving around nevertheless. Because it's not at the very top of the tech tech tree. But the fact that it's a Merkava that I can drive, I'm happy. All right. Now we're going to put these on the back. Go here. But like I'm saying, you don't need to go as far as the different Merkava variants because they start going into the composite armor fucking tweezers. There. So they go into the composite armor, so they'd be of the same reason why we don't have vehicles like the Challenger and the Abrams. And that's something that I reckon Wargaming need to start considering as well, is maybe they need to go into, say, a tier 11 and start bringing in modern vehicles. That would open up a few more possibilities for them. That the right way around? Heck. Believe so. Worse than when you put it on and then you realize you put them upside down or something like that. Oi! Bloodsong! How are you? What's going on? Alright. Well, there's the lower hull. All done. We can put that aside now. Now we can start working on the upper hull. Alright, so let's put that there. These road wheels, we're going to just pop them to the side. Not going to discard them. We are actually going to maybe change it after a while. We'll actually might put them on. Alright. Now we're going to create the driver's hatch. Before we do that, put that upside down. We need these two pieces right here. So if you guys are looking from above, we are right here on the plan. So I'm just putting these two pieces right here. An angle like so. Thing of beauty. All right. A14 pieces go there. Oops. Right. So they sit there like that. You think about this. Actually, that's a better way of putting these. I just noticed what they are. And I reckon this is a better way of inserting these pieces, like this kit has done. Usually what you do with these cable rings like that is you actually have to insert the piece like in it. I've got to put these on an angle, don't I? Just going to check that. You know what? I'm not even going to bother checking it. I assume so because that's just the way it looks to me. Right. Make sure they actually do look like they're sitting right. Now they do. That's much better. Go. Much better. All right. Now that those are in, now we're going to create the driver's hatch. So A26 here. We're getting there, chicken boy. We are getting there. How are you, mate? So what our plan tonight is, chicken boy, is g'day IS. How are you, mate? We're going to see if we can build this whole model from start to finish in one stream. That's our goal for tonight. So I've already done the lower part. I originally was thinking we're going to paint it, but I think we might run out of time for painting it tonight. So we will put it together and we'll paint it the next stream. Because I'm thinking also that I might be missing one color. So how I'm going to paint this is going to be the standard dark green color. But for the markings I'm going to put on it, it actually needs a brown for around it. The camouflage color for it is going to be a red brown. I'm not actually sure if I have that color. I think I do, but we'll see how time permits. Okay. A little confused. Yes. Now, I reckon we can do this. I reckon we can finish this whole thing in either just under or just over an hour, I reckon. At the pace we're building this, I think we'll get this finished, well, hopefully by 1 o'clock my time, or just after. That's how I see this going. I'm actually not sure why I'm bothering putting this part together, because I'm actually going to have the hatch closed. But we'll put it together nevertheless. So how have you been playing tonight, Chicken Boy? How the game's been going for you? That's going to go on like so. Gently force it on this way, force it on this way. Folks, there you see. We were just talking also not too long ago, Chicken Boy, of what new additions you'd like to see with World of Tanks. So, well, we were kind of focusing on like new nations or new tanks that we want to see brought in. So, what's your take on that? What would you like to see introduced to the game, either in the near or far off future? Now that's on, mind you. Wondering, do I need? I want to look at the front of the box for a sec. Doesn't help me. Oh, we'll worry about the pieces on top there later. All right, we're now moving over to this side. Do you have a preferred shop you purchase your tanks from? So I usually go to one of my local model dealerships. That's not too far from me. That's where I go to get most of my model kits from. This one I actually got off Amazon. So when I was shopping around for something else, and I just, for the hell of it, looked up a model, just different model kits. I think I was looking for ones that my dealership don't have. Like there's a model kit of the AMX 30B that I've been trying to get my hands on. It seems to be out of production right now. And I just come across this one and thought, you know what, it's cheap. I think I only got this for like $25 or $30. So in cases of models, it's on the very cheap side. So I got this, and we're building it now. But yeah, I usually go to, it's the place I go to. It's called Hobby Habit. It's a the locally owned business. They have two places, one not too far from me, and another one further south of the city. That in their place over there, they have they like a built-in track where people can go in and actually test their remote control cars and everything. So they can book like parties and stuff like that in there. And it's a much bigger shop, that one over there. It's almost like a big warehouse. But the one that I go to has got everything I need. So it's got ample tank model kits, planes, boats. They got stuff so you can make like wooden aeroplanes. They got Lego kits and this other sort of not quite Lego, but more specialized, and it has like all Star Warsy things, like you can build a dirty great big Super Star Destroyer, or plenty of other craft. Oh, so approximate cost, yeah, this was about $31, something like that on Amazon. I've got another kit I ordered. I ordered another leopard kit. I'm using that as a donor kit, to be honest. And that I got for $25 on Amazon. I was telling Stewie I'm grinding through new wheelies, had a couple of 20-30% win rate sessions after a few bourbons, had on bells up 66. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Just have a few quiet drinks and yeah, the game changes dramatically. I think, I don't even remember what my, we stopped playing about an hour ago anyway on Tanks. I still got it loaded up on the other computer, but we finished up on a decent game. I thought, you know what, let's end it there. It was already going to shit, and I kind of already cracked the shit and said, nah, you know what, this is our last battle. And it turned out to be a good battle in the end. Yeah, probably should try the bourbon trick. I mean, I've been drinking my Strongbow, so I'm drinking my Strongbow Originals tonight. But I need to bump it up to the bourbons. But yeah, I will try and get kits wherever I can. I even put on my Discord on there that if there's any kits that people would like to see me put together, then I am open to suggestions. Doesn't even have to be a tank or a military vehicle of any sort. So I do have some Star Wars kits that I do want to put together at some point. Problem I've got is once I've built them is where I put them after. Now this one I want flying away. Okay. Saved a little bit off it, but that's okay. All right, this one goes here. No, I don't have any remote controlled vehicles like that. I probably never really got into the whole remote control car side of model building. However, if I can scrounge together the capital for it, there might be something I can explore. Actually, while I think of it, I do have, and they're not models per se, one that my dad, I think it was more of a shit stir than anything, got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. He did get me a remote controlled helicopter. And I actually took the present seriously. I actually, as soon as we got it, I thought, you know, fuck this. I'm opening it and started playing with it. I got it around somewhere. I need to actually charge it up and take it for a spin at some point. I can find where I put it. But no, I never truly got into remote control vehicles. And I'm starting to wish I did. Because that could be something that might actually get my kids involved in it. Had an old Hornet back in the late 80s, early 90s, and loved it. Nice. I've been trying to get my kids involved with like model building. I mean, my daughter did, and I've shown the photo on Discord of my daughter holding up a model kit for a 135 scale Achilles British tank destroyer. And I kind of looked at her like, I got that. Are you actually going to make it? A bit skeptical of it. And to this day, I'm still skeptical, even though she still, every time we go to the model shop and I take her with me, she still picks up the kit and says that she wants it. But I get the feeling that if I got it for her, she may start it, but she won't finish it. Gotta be careful. I nearly broke that piece just trying to shave a bit off of it. So A24. 4. I missed your painting session, so we need to tune into, well, once I've finished building this, we won't paint it tonight, but my next stream I will paint it. So I will paint this one live on stream. So this is one that I did before stream. So this is one of the paint jobs I did before the last one. In fact, only about an hour before it. So my Crusader, painted the tracks and everything on it. And I'm quite happy with how this turned out with all the because I painted it black first, whole thing in NATO black, and then did the shadow effects with the dark yellow. You can see the darkness over on the front part here, on the front, the back, even around the turret. There's some areas I probably went a little too heavy on, but overall I was rather pleased how this one turned out. I still got to put the decals on this one yet. That's why it's sitting on my desk. But the other one that I do want to paint, and I will paint live on stream as well, is the one that I did start some time ago, the Leopard C2, the Canadian Leopard one. When the kit that I ordered comes in, which is going to be my donor kit, because I'm actually going to use the tracks from that to put onto this. And once that's done, and I put the side guards on, then I'll paint that. I'll do that on stream as well. So we've got a few that we're going to paint, as well as obviously the A-Slab. Once we finish building that, we will paint that on stream as well. So we've got a few more that we will do. And I do have another Leopard. I know I seem to be doing a lot of Leopards. They are my, I guess, second favourite tank. Bit of Aussie bias in there as well. But this one I'm actually going to build will be in Ozcam colours. So the first one I built, which was the same kit that I've ordered again, which is the West Germany Leopard 1, Leopard A. It's either A4 or A6, I forget. But that's the kit I've ordered again, so I can use donor parts. And I'm also going to use bits that I didn't use in that one. To finish off that kit, because I never actually put the tools or anything on it. In fact, what I'm actually thinking of doing, I'm just going to put this down for a second. Here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Give me one moment. Get two kits out. Sorry, one kit and one actual tank. Gentle with it. He's pulling it via its gun. Here's where what I'm thinking doing. I'm going to put this here for the moment. So here is the first Leopard I made many years ago when I started getting back into modelling. And I painted this. Is the first time I ever airbrushed a vehicle. Did it in Ozcam colours. All right, so this is the actual kit I've reordered. All right, so I'm actually going to get the tracks from it to put it on the C2. And then all the bits, you can see where all the markings, where all the tools I didn't put on. I want to actually put those on, as well as the gun. So here is the actual kit. I've opened it already. I'll actually take the lid off so I can show you which one it is. I know this is going to slow our build down, but oh well, we'll make up the time. So this is the kit that I got. This is from Meng. This is actually the same people who have made the kit for the AMX 30B that I want to get. So this is one that I'm actually going to put together and also paint in Ozcam colours. So what I'm thinking is once I've made this one and put it in Ozcam colors, what I might do with this kit is I might actually paint this in West German colors and put the decals and everything on that. So this then becomes my West German tank, whereas the other one will become my Ozarmer tank. That's where I'm thinking. And the ship, yeah, I still got to finish the Oliver Hazard Perry ship, aka my HMAS Adelaide. I still need to get that finished. I just haven't brought myself to finishing that one yet. But yeah, that's where my head's at the moment with these kits. I mean, I can only have so many painted in Ozcam colours. Since I'm getting a West German kit, I might as well actually paint it in West German colours. That's where my head's at. We'll see how that goes. So watch this space. Anyway, I'll put this back now, and then we'll continue with our build. I do want to get the build finished. That is my mission. All right. Where are we at? All right, still got these pieces. Okay, so put that on. I've put that on. All the front's done. So A3. But like I said, my dilemma right now is where am I going to put all these kits now that I'm getting them finished? I've still got kits behind me that I've put together. Some I put together years ago, like the Batman v Superman Batmobile, but I got no room to actually put it. So I don't know where I'm actually going to stash it. Oop, that didn't go where it should have. Going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right, maybe we'll have to do it this way. Come on, be nice. Blocking the way that's sitting. Not liking the... You can see just there's a big gap right through there. I'm not liking that. I think of how I can fill that gap. Good work. There. Right, that's a little better. I'll sit that there. Let it set for... Alright, A8. Didn't need too long to set, but I want it to set for a little bit so that it doesn't fall off. 8, did I say? Yes, 8. Still a considerable gap there. Be happy about. I'll have to put some putty in there to fill that. Something I haven't needed to do for a long time on a kit. Happy about that. Save that a bit. All right, there's that. Done these two. Put this on the back. So what's that? 7 plate. Yeah. Take a long streak of shaving it down a little bit. GI. Like I got something in my eye. Right. I'm not liking some of these gaps that I'm finding in this. So play with a bit of putty. Find where I put my putty. Fill in some of those gaps. All right, this piece goes on top. Let's close some of them, which is fine. Do is tight as possible. Just gap there. And push it. See the not too worried about this gap, just the lower hole should. All right. Still got to put the bits on the end there, but worry about that in a sec. All right, A4. Right. Start with A9 first. Oh, okay. Reading something there, it's saying do not cement this, and I thought, well, I already have. Too bad. Do not cement the driver's hatch. Well, already have. I don't plan on having the hatch open. Right. You know what I would absolutely love? I'd love to be able to do something like this for a living. Just be able to sit in an office or a building somewhere and just put kits together. Even for, like, say, movies or something like that. You know, like small miniatures they use. That is something I would like to actually do. I think I could handle that. day in, day out, just putting models together. So if anyone knows a place where I can do that and get paid pretty well for it, then let me know. If they want to see my credentials and say, okay, here's my stream channel, just watch it for a bit. Here's my credentials. Sitting right. Still not sitting right. I'm going to line up and hole with that notch right there. There we go. That old chestnut trying to make sure it goes in the hole. It just doesn't fit. Got a shoehorn or something for that? Taxidermy? I've thought about that too. My wife, I've put my name down for doing joining like hunting groups. They go out for hunting for consumption. So things like go off and get like kangaroo and rabbit and all that kind of thing. I put my name down for it, much to my my wife saying an absolute no, you're not doing it. I'm saying, well, right now, I need a job until I hear back from SAPOL. And since I already have the firearms and whatnot, yeah, I am going to do it. It's a job and it pays. I can do it regardless of what you say. You didn't like that answer. Don't actually blame her, but she wants me to earn an income since I'm not teaching anymore. I can't exactly be right now picky about what jobs I do, and if I'm actually going to do something that I'm going to enjoy doing, like I like going shooting, I don't get to do it anywhere near enough. In fact, I actually need to, now that I think of it, need to get to my my gun safe and actually give my rifles a good clean. I haven't given them their monthly oil clean for a while. I'm actually concerned that if I get them out, I might actually find some rust marks on them. Well, hope not. A note to self. Give guns a clean tomorrow. Just me and my boy tomorrow, so I should be able to find time. Just means not jump on my computer and onto a game like normally would. I actually do that. Mothy can't find the hole. Mothy can't find the hole. Yeah, I think we've all had that problem once in a while. That's all right. I think I've got a street directory now that should help me find the hole now. Just remember the left turn at Albuquerque. A4. Where the A4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's what I just put on. Sing. All right. A10. One. Put the exhaust at the back. 2. Exhaust covers. 1. 2. Lovely. A little behind schedule where we plan to be at, but that's okay. All right, we will get a fair bit of this done, I reckon. I still reckon we're on track. Besides, I did start my stream late tonight, so I think I can finish it a bit late as well. Doo-doo-doo. Hopefully I'm doing a bit better with positioning my hands. I know I tend to move things a bit closer to me so I can see it rather than put it where you guys can see it. So if I know I need to change some of the camera positions. I did find one of the stands that I was looking for that I'm going to put onto I'm going to put on the desk and put one of my webcams on. Better get a better angle. Oops, sorry guys, I just did it then. 1 and 2, it's on. Outside now. Feel it. Now the next one. Right. Done. Is that everything? Check. Yeah, apart from the two bits that I'm wondering whether I really need to stick on the front there. Worry about that later. That's done. Now we need to move on to the turret. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit this. Sure I get this the right angle. How this works. Slides on the back like so. And yep. Down onto the polycaps that are on the inside. There we are. I don't need to glue it. I just need to sit it like so. So, yeah, the hull is practically done, except that's not sitting. All right. Right. Temporarily there, so it can sit there for now. All right. Now for the turret. So, all right, let's start with putting the gun together. At least this one is one piece gun as well, so not these. Oh, they're tree logs. Hang on, what do I want? D. So that's E. D. Yep, D. There's gun. I don't cut the end off because there's a bit that goes onto muzzle brake. Is 17 right there. Shave this down a little. Alright, we got the gun. See that there. D16. That. Gun in that after. D15 and 14. 15. Side. 14. That side. 13. There. 12. Go there. 3. E. Even have a letter on it. Yeah, so this all must be part of D. So all D. E, which is 1. 8, 9. 8. Side 9. There. 18. Don't actually know why this much detail for it, but follow it nevertheless. All right, got the pieces, put it together. So goes that. All right. Okay, so that goes there. I'm trying to work out whether I together and then I know. Okay, put these together first and then in that. Ow. Finger to it. Now, I'm not going to go cleaning this up because it's going to be inside the turret. Nobody's actually going to see it. So, I'm not overly concerned about how this is going to look. Not even going to get painted either. that down for now. Do is put this together. Up there, which I did. Do care about how it looks. In be nice and snug. Yep, I'm going to get glue on my fingers on this. Too bad, so and I do want to have very little or no gaps on it, like that. That. There. This one. Do. In there. That. There. I'm not going to put glue anywhere else. Sets. Graders. All right. There's our gun. It's as far as that's going. Slightly good. As long as once I put it all together, gun doesn't come apart. Just let it set a bit there. All right. Get the rest of the turret built. So we want D8. Shaved off more than I needed to, but okay. E10. Wondering if I really need to be putting some of these things in, but I'm going to nevertheless. Right. Goes. Yeah. So. Periscope sight. Hang on a minute. So select either early or late type. All right. So which type do we want to go with? Let's just pull this out for a sec. All right, folks. Time for your input. Do we go for the late or the early type? I'm thinking, since this is a 1943 variant, production variant, I'm thinking we go the late. Means I need this piece. Let's go late variant. So in this case, same piece we glued in goes here. This is soft now because it's been glued already. Now, I'm not going to worry about these little pieces here because I'm not going to put the Russian figures in. So, now what we've got to do is turn this over. Problem is now that that's there, that's there. I have to sit it on cut this out first. All right. What we'll do, just going to sit this on here for now. So it's nice and snug, actually. Beautiful. Almost shave that little bit that's bugging me. Now it'll fit snug as a bug. All right. Now we got to put the three. Those. D9. Tiny pieces. Carefully cut these so we don't have pieces flying off into the air like we've had in the past. Haven't we, folks? Having that happen again. That's straight. Pretty good. Right. Sights. I want the hole at the All right, chicken boy. Good night, mate. Take care, mate. We'll see you at the next stream. Yep, we'll have this ready to go so you can watch it being painted. In fact, I reckon we're almost pretty close to finishing for tonight. So once we got this turret done, I think we just got some extra bits to put on, and then yeah, should be good for the night. I reckon we're nearly there. But yeah, we will certainly see you next stream. All right, take care. Oh shit, there's a few more. The bits back. 4. This. Okay. Remembering this bit's not on yet, it's just sitting there. Put it on yet. Let's put the rest of these tiny pieces on now. Straight to me. Yep. Spot on. All right. E7. Great. Again. Habit of mine. Try and break out of that habit. All right. Okay. Closed. Turret. Quite where I want it. Try again. Right. Oh, that's better. Hold it. Ah. All right. That. Good. It. That. Smidgen. Better. So. Blue on it now. About to be lurking, going to see what's going on GTA. No worries, Destro. Let us know what is happening on GTA. I might even, before I go to bed, see myself what's happening. We're just about done here. So D6. Need to finish putting this turret together. The gun on it, and then slot it in. I think that is all she wrote. Make sure that is straight. Straight. Good so far. I might put a bit on the here, just does stay. Fix D1 and D2 in either open or closed position. We are going for a closed. So D1, D2. Should have actually taken note which one was which. This is D1. Side here. Okay. Be a nice, tight. Hold that down. Runish X. Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. What we building? We are building a T-34. Building that, my friend. All right, T-34 76. So we're doing a one night build. So we're going to build this all tonight, and then we're going to paint it the next stream. So we're just about finished most of it. Nothing, just a lot of modding in one lobby. First lobby you got into, yeah, well, that's no surprise there, Destro. I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto Online. There's always, if there's no modders in a lobby, unless it's a private, invite-only lobby, then I'll be very surprised. Excuse me. All right, now we'll finally actually seal this. Just sitting it there before. You a model builder yourself, Runish? Or are you just a tanks enthusiast, or a lot of those here in the channel I play World of Tanks with, but they also, some of them take an interest into model building as well. So we've got a bit of both. Oh yeah, prefer the Bandai Snap ones. I do have a couple of the Bandai Star Wars models that I will put together at some point in the hopefully not too distant future. But I put all sorts of models together. So not just tanks, mostly do tanks, but I do other things. Star Wars being one. I do. I'll show you this. This is one I did several months ago. Play ball. So there's that I built several months ago as well. All right, I do like my Batman vehicles. So I've got the 1989 one I built years ago. This one I built several months ago. Batman v Superman. Batmobile. But I've done all sorts of models. Some I'm up to tidying up as well. So some of the older ones I built many years ago, I'm sort of tidying up. Like I've got in my cabinet here an old Sequest submarine model that I need to touch up and actually paint. I built it many years ago when I was a kid. Didn't know anything about like painting models or doing anything like that to them. So yeah, it's something I need to one day get around to doing. Figure out what colored paints I'm going to use and do that. The trick I need to work out is how I create the sort of underwater effect on the actual skin of the model to give it that look of it's underwater. That's something maybe I'll have to do during a stream at one point is paint that one, get it out and paint it. But yeah, I've done a few of the Bandai models as well. I've got some just off to the side that I'm yet to build. Need to continue playthrough of Oblivion when you get your PC back from. Okay. Yeah, used to play World of Tanks before I got into. Fair enough. I think there's a few here that is questioning whether they want to continue with World of Tanks, myself included, considering the changes they've made to the Asian server. But yeah, I do this as well as play games. For my streams, it's both, well, probably recently been in the model building during the stream. Mostly been playing not just World of Tanks, but a variety of different games. So currently looking some new games to play on stream. Probably started one or two and haven't finished them. I probably should get around to finishing those. I started Jedi Survivor when it launched, but never actually. I've finished it, but never finished it on stream. So maybe what I need to do is start a new story and play that through. There's a thought. Just so I can say I have actually streamed it from start to finish. Instead of I started it and finished it on stream. Right. There's the main part of that. Fixes part at the end of the whole construction. Okay. D8. But 4, 5, 6, 27. What the fuck is 28? Yeah. Probably didn't need to cut both, but I did. Imagining one goes there, and yep, one goes there. Okay. Those pieces, is it? Right. Right. One. Go. Sure, I didn't move that one. One. All right. Any others? There's a D18 that goes to the back there. So with that. D18. Be one of these painful pieces, are you? Hey. All right. So that's on. Just before I continue, actually, I will show you one kit that I'd love to do, love to start sometime soon. It's going to be a long series of streams just for you, Ronish. Not a Bandai kit, but something that I've had for a number of years. And I have showed the others in the chat. This one of the old bloody Star Wars kits. That off. But as you can see, it probably doesn't even fit in the whole camera. But there's a whole Millennium Falcon kit that I want to put together. This is one of those 1980s kits. Pretty well detailed considering made. That's something that, yeah, I hope to put together at some stage in the... Again, the reason that's held me back is the fact that I've got no room to put it if I do build it. Oh, that will be fun to paint. That's the part I am actually looking forward to doing is painting that kit. So yeah, watch this space for when that one eventually comes around. But I've got to solve my I need to solve my dilemma of where I'm going to put all these kits once I finish building them. Is why I haven't started it yet. All right. Enough time to set. This goes in here like so. Make sure it sits right. All right, after doing all this, I certainly hope I haven't put it wrong way around. I'm just going to test something. Gut feeling. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I fucked up. Got the thing the wrong way around. Whoop. All right. That should be easy enough to fix, actually. Feeling that was going to be the case. That off. Breaking it. This is why, folks, you should dry fit before installing, which I did do, but I fitted that dry fit top part. You can see I'm putting a lot of stress on it now. Soon I'm going to break this if I'm careful. There we go. All right, so let's push that out. Put it, there we go. Now it actually explains why that actually fits a lot bloody better. Now that we've done that. Now, hopefully, put a shot ton of, yeah. There we go, folks. I've made my stuff up for the night. Gotta have at least one stuff up. Thankful all those stresses that I put in here. When I paint it, you won't even see those, so. Time for a second man cave? I wish. I bloody wish. Right. Now, that's set for a bit. That'll actually fit properly on there. Now, I'm actually wondering now whether I bother putting the rest of this gun in on here. I will, just because. I'm actually going to see it anyway, so it's on because I've already gone to the effort of putting it together. Now that that's on like so. There, that just helps push that together again. Take off some of the stress that I just gave it. Like I said, paint job will hide it. All right, now I've already dry fitted it. I know this is the right way. All right. Don't worry, the gun's sticking up like that. Not going to stay like that. It's only there because of the way I've currently got it positioned. But once this is set, that gun mountlet is set. Then put the gun positioned in the right way. Last bit on is D22.
Oh my god. Really?
Hang on a second.
World of Tanks rated me with 7,000 people. Oh my god.
Oh, someone got a lucky raid. I don't know what to think. Someone got a raid of 7,000 from World of Tanks. Lucky them. All right. D22, where was I? Yeah. Sorry, I had to go and mute that stream again. All right. So what it tells me to do is put the gun in the position I want it. It is not fully erect like it was. Then stick that piece on there like so. Go ahead and stick that on. There is it. Still move the gun up and down. Even when that's sealed up, still move that gun. Hopefully it'll hold it in a position then. All right. Now, okay. Sit this on in here. Side's in. Why isn't this side going in? Force it in. Before I even try and so-called force it in, do it a little better just by trying to squeeze that. Then didn't feel probably sealed up. Right, you guys can actually see it. I seal it so that it holds a little better. Little before. Get in there. See, I'm not going to be taking the turret off this vehicle very often. seriously doesn't want to go in. Maybe if I try shaving a little bit off. Take too much off. Butchered it just a smidgen, but right, now let's try it. Look at that. Fits in easily, just takes a little bit of a shave. Right, bit of gentle persuasion. Yeah. So there we are, folks. There is the bulk of T34 built. There are some other bits that do go on it, but we're not going to worry about those tonight. So, for example, we got the fuel tanks that once I put them together, they will go. Be nice to have actually told you where they go. So you need to make 3 fuel tanks. They go 1, 2, and 3. There is these, whatever these are supposed to be. Again, they're also part of the tank. It doesn't actually. Oh, yeah, they go. Ah, okay. So, for the early model, these go at the back. 1 and 2. So the 2 square things that stick out. They're the fuel tanks for that. For the later model, these fuel tanks are what go 1, 2, and 3. So we are going with the later model, so we will be building the round fuel tanks. So I'll probably do that later. I can do it tonight. Then there are some other pieces like these boxes that go on the side here. Together, these are tree branches that they will get stuck on somewhere. I'll figure out where. We also got the, what was it? Got some tools here that need to be attached somewhere. Some of these duffel bags. They'll probably go around the outside of the turret. Also got, what else? Got the cables. They'll need to be softened up and then they'll be attached somewhere on the model. And yep, spare tracks will also go around somewhere too. So spare tracks. I'll plaster them around the model as well. But surprisingly, one thing that hasn't been used is these rails. Wondering if and where they are meant to be going. Let's have a quick squiz. There's also this horn right here. That D24. This horn here, which will go onto the side just there. I'll put that on later. It doesn't actually give instructions for, sort of does. I just move those. Put that up here for now. So the instructions it does give, which is just basically here. So these 2 are the early model, what it wants you to put on. So it tells you the codes, whatever. And for the later model, how it looks. So we got our cables that we got to put on. Oh, yep, here's our tree trunks. They're going to sit basically here and here. That'll be fun to install. Alright, we also got spare tracks that'll go left, right, and center. A couple onto the turret hull. Oh yeah, and we got a railing that's going to go across here. Looks like that railing is actually used. Have a quick closer look at it. That railing is on D27. Okay, so where is that? Oh, yep, so these pieces here will go across here, and they're used to hold the spare tracks, these spare tracks onto the actual, onto the turret, sorry. Alright, but we'll do all those details later. And of course, yep, the paint, we'll do that next stream as well. So, what I'd do is I might actually glue that gun so it stays in a fixed position. See about that. Alright, essentially, that's as far as we're going to build tonight. So we'll leave that there for you guys to see. And we'll switch over to the other desk. So, be back with you in a second. Close. All right, so whoops, that's not the one we want. That's who I was looking at before, so here we are. So there's where we finished for tonight, guys. Hope that's been something worthwhile. We did manage to finish it like we said we would. And yeah, we will continue with the that build as well as the ASIA1 build in future stream, but we will paint that T34 next time. All right, until then, let's see. Is there anyone? Are we going to raid anyone tonight, or are we just going to? Let's see if there's someone out there that we want to raid, whether they be doing order tanks or model building. Actually, you know what? I think we might just call it tonight instead of doing a raid. Night, Perth. Thanks for joining us, mate. And yeah, we'll see you at the next one. I reckon we'll just end it there tonight instead of doing a raid, folks. So thanks everyone for joining us. We will see you at the next stream. Should have one sometime this weekend, so either tomorrow or Sunday night. So keep an eye out for that. For those who haven't joined, I'll send you the... I'll post the code for my Discord, where I try to keep things up to date as much as possible. So if you haven't joined the Discord, click on the link, join the Discord, and yeah, always welcome to chat or platoon or just hang out type thing. Show us what models you guys have been building and any ideas you might have. So yeah, why not? All right, guys, until then, take care, and we'll see you next time. Good night, all.